Hello, religion thinkers. Today we ask, what is the double love commandment? What is the essence of Christianity? In Matthew 22, verses 37 to 40, Christ tells us, Jesus said, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment, and the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments depend all the law and the prophets." This Jesus said to the Pharisees and Sadducees who asked him about the core of the Jewish law. It seems like a good answer, but what does it mean? It has been called the double love commandment, and it says that we should love God and love our neighbor as ourselves. Now, the second part is easy to understand, but hard to practice. We live in a complicated world, which is often unfair and unjust. So it's easy to get angry and to hate our neighbor, failing to see the common human essence in both. The love command tells us to rise above hatred rather than be consumed by it. That's an admirable goal, simple to say, but not so easy to practice. Most religions and modern psychiatry would agree that hate is a rancorous, even cancerous emotion. It destroys the hater perhaps even more than the person hated. Hatred and destruction can never be the basis of any society. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light and love can do that, observed Martin Luther King Jr. Now, Dr. King, Gandhi, Jesus, and even Buddha and Muhammad would probably agree with that. But what does it mean to love God with all your heart, soul, and mind? We cannot even see God, and many of us have serious, even very legitimate doubts about whether God is real or not. If you love an invisible, perhaps imaginary God, does that make you a delusional person? Well, it might if we could prove that God was nothing more than an illusion, but we cannot prove or disprove this. The only thing that we can certainly falsify is that violence done in the name of religion is not true religion. It is in the name of hate, not true religious practice. So the first rule of interpreting the love of God is to love our neighbor and uphold justice. Religion turned towards hate and violence becomes more demonic, not loving or godly. Christian love must mean upholding the morality of the Ten Commandments, not lying, killing, stealing, cheating, or being jealous, but having a genuine sympathy and compassion towards all people. But wait, is this all there is to it? If the rule of loving God turns out to be based on the moral treatment of your neighbor, why is there a double love command? Why isn't there just one law to love your neighbor as yourself? And perhaps many would say that this is what should be. I have always admired Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative, which says act such that the maxim of your actions should be universal law. In short, this means to do the right thing, which is the right thing for all persons at all times. Now, not all ethics may be so easily universalized as Kant hoped, but I think many can. All humans love life and want to live, to be free and prosperous, so act in ways that allows them to do so. So why isn't there just one ethic? How do we love God if that boils down just to loving our neighbor? How do we even love God at all if we cannot be sure or confident that God is there? The command to love God, I think, means practically at least two things. First, simply to keep the hope and belief in God alive. This hope means the cherished dream in our hearts that there may be something more to this world, a life after death. Hope that there is something worth fighting for, worth struggling for. Hope that there is something that survives death. Without that hope, religion is essentially lost. Second, it means do not idolize yourself or put something and truth above yourself. Gandhi often said, God is truth, and in large measure I would agree. Without holding an ideal, a hope, or a belief in something greater than ourselves, then life may seem to be fruitless. With no God or truth beyond and more important than ourselves, the center of everything becomes the selfish self. And that is not good either. We are often selfish beings. The light of love and compassion is a flickering flame in our heart that too easily goes out. We have witnessed this time after time. So whether it is by God, by reason, or some other hope that you keep that flame of love alive, I wish you the best in doing so. What do you think about the double love commandment and how it corresponds with the religious ideals of other religions and other philosophical systems? Leave your ideas in the comments. Please like and subscribe to this channel and look forward to the next video. And thanks for watching.